you know, this chess game with you. It takes a moment to kind of wrap your brain around that and make.
Oh, Kavaliauskas comes forward.
Body shot right there.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Undisputed Champions, where I give you boxing reviews and boxing breakdowns. So basically, what we're going to talk about in this part two of Somebody Scared is, I really believe that they're doing this. It's a waiting tactic. It's like, it's like a tactic where they want him to wait and to be anxious and to be. And who I'm talking about is on Earl's team, the PBC side. You got to realize that PBC is controlled by Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather. You know, whether people want to say it or not, Floyd Mayweather has a part in that, in PBC. He has a huge stake in PBC. He has a huge investment in that. So this is a classic Floyd Mayweather tactic. Let's spout out as much information as we want to on the Earl and Terrence Crawford fight, but we're not going to make that fight happen just yet, because Floyd knows that as Terrence Crawford gets older, his body is going to weaken, and as Earl gets older, his body's going to weaken, but Crawford will be the one that's older far as in age, right? But if you just look at Crawford's career, Crawford really ain't take any punishment. You know, I've been looking at stats and statistics on how many times does Crawford get actually hit in the ring. And it'd kind of be shocking. Like, most people don't realize, like, Crawford's numbers are very, very close to Floyd Mayweather far as punches landed on him cleanly and how many punches he lands on his opponents in return. And if you look at those statistics, they're very close. I would slightly put Floyd above Crawford. The only reason why is because Floyd is the best defensive fighter ever. But in that regard, Crawford is still one of the top guys who hits his opponents and gets hit less. He's a master at that as well. But why I'm saying somebody scared, because I never seen a fight that get dragged out so long. You know, the only fight that I seen that get dragged out this long was like the Pacquiao versus Mayweather, right? And that fight took about 8 years to make. They were supposed to make that fight happen in 2010, 2011, somewhere around there, like right after the Ricky Hatton fight. It was somewhere around there. And they didn't make that many Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather fight happen for whatever reason. They said it was about PEDs, right? But, you know, people make excuses. And right here, all I see, instead of people wanting to fight Crawford, all I see is people making excuses. Now, I'm not necessarily saying Earl is scared, but from what I've seen, like I stated in the last video, Earl has approached every single fighter. He said he want to be unified world champion, but Bud has that belt in order to make him unified world champion. What I believe what they're doing right now is they're trying to figure out what belt actually counts and what belt actually matters, right? So they'll say, well, I want the WBO, I want the IBO, I want the IBF, I want this, I want that, I want this belt, I want that belt. So basically what they're trying to do is just find out what belt actually matters and what belt do they really need, right? Because if they don't need Crawford belt, they're not going to fight Crawford. They're going to make that excuse. Mark my words when I say this. Now, I'm being so real with y'all. Like, in this fight right here, Kavaliauskas, he was a solid opponent, solid competitor. People think what happened was a knockdown. I think he caught Crawford and it wobbled him a little bit, but it damn sure wasn't no knockdown. Like, Crawford was okay for the rest of the round. He was okay for the rest of the rounds, and as the rounds got on longer, he got stronger. And you rarely see that in fighters nowadays, right? Just like with this fight, the Jeff Horn fight, as he kept allowing Jeff Horn to get stupid and run into shots, he got stronger as the rounds got on, and his opponents weakened. But what is Crawford doing that make these fighters try to find another way? And another thing that I want to say, this is another thing I want to say. They must be aware of this guy named Boots Ennis. Just because you running away from this dude, you running away from that dude, or I might move up to 160 and fight Canelo, or I might move up to 154 and get a big fight there, or I might do this, or I might do that. Listen, my boy Earl, you can't shuck and jive everybody, right? You're gonna have to fight somebody that you don't want to fight, but you're gonna have to fight him. All I'm saying is go off his past, what he done in the past. Basically, what they usually say, they say whatever you do in the past will create your future. Right? Past events create your future. Basically, you repeat your history, right, of what you usually do. So if he purposefully didn't go in that ring after the Sean Porter fight against Crawford and say, after my fight with Ugas, I'm fighting you next. What's up? Like he did with, I believe he went in the ring with Danny. I believe he chased down Sean Porter, and then after that he got a fight with Ugas. So to me, it seems that the only fighter that really want to fight, because if you look at how many champions Crawford fights, and I don't care what nobody say about Jeff Horn and that belt that he got from Jeff Horn. Go back and look at that Pacquiao fight. Those people was just biased as hell. They always biased when it comes to Manny. They always biased. Why are they so biased? Because people want to make Manny Pacquiao seem like he has skills so exceptional and he's on that Mayweather level, but he's not. He's not on Mayweather level at all. And I don't care what nobody say about that Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao fight. Jeff Horn whooped Manny Pacquiao's ass and he backed him up. But Jeff is the bigger guy. He is the stronger guy. That was expected. And sorry about that. But yeah, that's what we need to really talk about in this game, you know. And Earl, he can't shuck and jive his way out of this fight, because if he don't take this fight, because it's like this. I'm not gonna say that Crawford is an easier opponent, because I'd be lying, right? But Crawford is an older fighter. Crawford is 35. When I seen that, I was like, damn, Crawford 35 already? Shit. I thought Crawford was like at least 27. But the man is 35. So Crawford he's older. He's more experienced. But his body does have a little bit wear and tear. If y'all consider that wear and tear. I mean, I'm going to just say he had a lot of fights. I'm not really sure if Crawford really even took any punishment throughout his career. You know, he got rocked a couple times, but we talking about physical punishment. Like, you never heard Crawford having a broken rib. You never heard of Crawford having his chin broken. You never heard of Crawford having something wrong with his rotator cuff. That's what I mean by like wear and tear. Yes, he's been rocked. Earl's been rocked. But if you look at it, Earl's had more wear and tear on his body than Crawford has. He had like something wrong with his eye. This was before the car crash. He had something wrong with his eye. I believe something was up with his shoulders. He said his shoulders was hurting. And then after the crash, you already know. I don't even want to bring that up because I feel like that's going to be an scapegoat for them. But basically what I'm trying to say is, it's best to fight an all-time great. Right? I consider Crawford an all-time great. He's 38-0 with how many knockouts? Like 28 knockouts. 38-0 with 28 knockouts. Right? So it's best to fight him than it is to fight somebody like, what's his name? Jerron Ennis. Because I'm going to tell you, that young bull, he coming, man. He not playing. He not playing. He is not playing. And you got 29 knockouts. My bad. And you don't want to run into somebody like Jerron. You know what I mean? He young, he hungry. He wanna if Jerron come in and he just wipe all these welterweights out, right? He gonna seem like he's special. Like special. And you know, if he beat Earl, it's gonna make him seem like, you know, he's way more better than what people try to make him out to be, which I think he is. And I think his style will give Earl a significant amount of problems because he's a switcher, he's a southpaw, and from what I'm hearing, the reason why I'm bringing up Jerron is, from what I'm hearing, if he don't take this fight with Bud, Jerron is his mandatory. Ain't that crazy? Jerron is his mandatory. So if he don't fight Bud, he has to do a title defense fight with Jerron Boots Ennis. And I don't think between the two options, you're going to get, it don't matter who you fight. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get touched. So, but beyond the two, at least Crawford has shown some sort of weakness, right? Jerron don't know about himself being weak. He don't know it. He don't even recognize it. He never been hurt. He never been outclassed, outboxed. So it's going to be very hard to beat somebody like that because it's not necessarily the skill, the punching power, the speed. It's really about what you thinking at the moment, right? It's really about that. Like what you thinking at the moment. And this fight right here, this fight is an old fight, and we really haven't seen Earl get hurt like the way he was hurt in this fight. Right? He got hit, he got clipped with a I believe it was a right hook. He didn't see. He was too focused on aggression, and he got clipped. But yeah, that can happen. That can happen. And people got to be aware of, you know, the tactics that they use in boxing to try to wear out their opposition. And I believe that's what they're doing with Bud. They don't want to say the fight is going to happen here. The fight is going to happen here. And I may be wrong. And somebody, if I'm wrong, tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me that, bro, you flat out wrong. I'm cool with that, right? But this is just me, what I personally think based off the information that I'm getting, right? It seems to me that it's a tactic. They want to try to wear out Bud Crawford far as the waiting game. They playing the waiting game. And I don't believe in the lowballing offer. I don't believe in that shit. I think somebody is just making that up, you know, because how would y'all know they lowballing Crawford if nobody came out and spoke about this fight? How would y'all know if Crawford is having these issues and nobody's saying anything? So I think it's bogus. I think it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, a lot of BS is going on, and we just gotta be aware and in tune of this BS, right? And not let it change our decision and what we think about what's going on in this fight. So basically what I'm saying is, I think it's a tactic to wear down Crawford and to make him frustrated, make him irritable, make him anxious, right? This is a part of contract negotiations, especially with a fight of this magnitude. And for somebody who's an undisputed world champion at the lightweight division, moved up from 135 to 140 to 145, all the way now to 147. Or was it 140 to 147? Yeah, but anyway, y'all know what I'm trying to say. They're not going to lowball this guy. If they lowballing him, I'd be surprised what they're getting away with other fighters. But that's all I had, y'all. Like the video, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I'm going to catch y'all next time. Peace.